Today I'm doing a DSG service on a 2012 Audi A3. I like to start from up here. You have to remove the air filter housing. Pretty easy, just this hose clamp here, this plug, that screw right there, and just undo this little snorkel. You can just do that all with your hands, and then pull the air filter housing up. Then you're gonna have to remove your battery and your battery tray. Pretty simple. Once you pull the cover up, undo your terminals, there's one hold down bolt right here that you'll see when you have the air filter housing out. And just undo that, pull the battery up, and then the battery tray underneath it, there's just 3 little screws with, you use a 10mm socket to remove those, and then you can pull the tray right up. Alright, with the battery tray, air filter housing out of the way, you can see here's your filter right on top of the trans here. What I use is a 24mm socket and just a short extension. It's not very tight. You just it shouldn't be very tight. That was actually tighter than it should have been. And you unscrew this. You want to put a plastic or any kind of just a little tray to catch the oil underneath, because this can get a little bit messy when you pull this off. And I just take it off altogether and then lift the car up and work from the bottom with this out of the way with the filter off. It drains a little bit better than, and you can reinstall the filter at this time and then drain the bottom. You'll be fine. But I like to just leave this off while I'm draining it, just so it moves a little better. But it makes a little bit of a mess, as you can see. And then the filter is right here. Alright, with the car up in the air and the belly pan off, you want to pull this large drain plug. You use a 14mm Allen and get that loose. And you just pull this off here with a drain, and then you get a lot of the oil like this. Once it stops draining, you actually stick a Allen up, and I'll show you in 1 minute. Right now, with that drain plug out, you take a 8mm Allen and you unscrew this straw from the inside. When you pull this out, it dumps a bunch of, the majority of the capacity of oil, because this is what determines the fill level. So you pull this straw out altogether. And then this is what it looks like. And that allows you to get the majority of the fluid out. Once that's out, you put the straw back in. Just do it by hand. It doesn't need to be tight at all. And then with the straw back in place, you can lower the car back down and reinstall the filter from the top. All right, from up here, I put a new O-ring on this housing. It's like you're doing an oil change or something. Put a little bit of oil on the O-ring. Take your filter, push your filter down where the opening towards the bottom. Reattach your housing. Tighten it like you would a filter, like an oil filter. Not too tight. Just when you feel it hits, just you can pretty much stop there. It doesn't need to be tight. And after that, you just reassemble the top all together. Still, the drain plug, the large drain plug, is still out at the bottom. The straw is in the trans. So I'm just going to hose this off with a little bit of brake clean and then reinstall the battery and the air filter housing. Now with the top side all put back together, air filter housing in, the battery in, I put the little adapter in, going to this tool to pump the fluid up from the bottom. I put in 5 liters of the recommended trans fluid. pump it all in, and then shut this valve, lower the car down, run it, and then with the scan tool, get the fluid temperature up to 40 degrees Celsius. And then I pull the little adapter out, let the excess fluid drain down to the height of that straw. So you just pull this fitting out, just let it, with the car running 40 degrees Celsius, you undo this until it stops dripping, or it'll be dripping is fine, but you don't want it anymore running, and then plug it off at that point, and that's how you set your level. So thank you.